There we go. So I'm joined now by Jack Cartwright. Jack, first of all, buddy, I know you're in the depths of training camp. How are you feeling this evening? And thanks for being with us, I should say.
Yeah, no worries. I'm feeling good. I've just done my spars today, and then done a bit of conditioning work up at the gym, and now I'm just running some classes.
Yeah.
Teaching classes down at Saw Rogers MMA.
Yeah. So we got you right in the middle of it then.
Yeah. Just catching me now. I'm just starting the boxing class now, so
Brilliant.
I'm just here now speaking to you for 10 minutes or so.
Yeah. No better time to do it, buddy. And obviously you got a big fight coming up. Cage Warriors in Manchester, your hometown.
Yeah.
First of all, how excited are you? You said when you came into Cage Warriors that you wanted to win a belt, you wanted to headline Manchester. You've done the one, you're about to do the other. How does that feel?
Yeah, it feels good. I'm buzzing for it. I literally, before I even got the call to go in that tournament, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get on the Cage Warriors and then have Cage Warriors come to Manchester and then obviously like headline that really ideally. And then it just all came out in 6 months' time. I'm sat here and it's all happening, so yeah. I'm buzzing.
Do you feel that your winning that tournament had a big part in getting Cage Warriors up to Manchester?
Yeah. I think that's what they like to do. They'd like a good excuse. We just needed to give them an excuse to come up. Do you know what I mean? There's loads of good fighters from here, but they didn't really have an excuse to just put a whole show there. And because I'd gone out and put on a good performance in that tournament, they had a good excuse then to build something around me, and then boom, get a show on in Manchester, and show off all the top gyms that we've got up here. So yeah, man, buzzing for it. I can't wait.
Excellent. And you're going to be fighting Manuel Billet. How much do you know about your opponent, and how do you feel you match up with him?
Well, I don't know loads, but he's experienced. He's got 3 times the MMA fights that I've got professionally. Anyway, he's 15-6, I think his record is, and he's got some wins by TKO. He's got some wins by submission, and he's got some decision wins. But I don't think he's ever beat anybody as good as me. You know what I mean? I don't think he's ever. All his losses have come against the best guys he's fought, and I think that this will be the case again.
Yeah. Are you preparing anything specifically for him, or is it just
No. I just work on myself. Just keep everything that's my weaknesses. Just make them into my strengths. Just keep working on everything. It's just a never-ending project. Just keeping going, adding new tools to the toolbox, and just keeping it going.
Yeah. And one thing I want to say about you, Jack, because you don't do a whole lot of media.
No.
You're kind of quiet on the media front, but you launched yourself really into the real forefront last year when you won that tournament. Can you talk to us a little bit about that? Because you weren't that well known, and then you come in 2 massive knockouts. No one really gave you a chance of winning that tournament. Yeah. And you did it. I mean, what does that mean to you? And can you tell us a little bit about that night?
Well, really, it's everybody who knows me knew that I was going to win. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, as the fighter, you always go in prepared to win and prepared for anything, and you go in there to put your best performance in. But everybody around me was "You're going to win this. This is made for you." It's just the style of the fight, the pressure of the situation. It was just made for me. So just I think that it was expected. It was pretty surreal. It was pretty I was Jake Bond was in my corner. And he was it's going to happen. It's already happened. As soon as you go in, you're going to hit him and he's going to fall over. And then I went in against Malone, hit him, he fell over. And then, obviously, I just rode that momentum then into the second fight and just did the exact same thing. Just kept it going, kept coming forward. Just trusting my wrestling, trusting my hands, trusting my eyes. And then just put the shots on him, put him away.
And yeah, I mean, 2 absolutely amazing knockouts as well. And the opponents were both top opponents as well. I mean, that's got to say a lot about your skill, isn't it?
I think they was good opponents, and them fights they could have gone any different sort of ways. But I was always gonna just keep that in the tank where I knew that if I could hit them in the first minute or the last minute, that it'd make the difference in the fight. So I was just gonna go wherever. I'm not really bothered if we're standing, if we're grappling, if we're doing whatever. I'm not too bothered if we're on the ground or standing up. But I'm just always a second away. I've got them little key things where if you make one little mistake, the fight's done. So I just rely on that, really.
Yeah. And I think that's what I wanted to say to you. So I think at the moment you're 7-0. And I know from those last 2 fights, a lot of people would have seen there on Cage Warriors Unplugged on BT Sport. They're going to be expecting you now to come out and be a banger. But what people, I think, don't realise is that you've actually got a lot of submissions on your record as well. So do you think that is something that people will underestimate as well?
I don't know, you know. I think they underestimate everything with me. I think I'm just like, I look skinny. Look, there's nothing really to me. And then I think when I grab hold of them, it's too late. Do you know what I mean? Like once I hit them with the first shot, it's too late for them to get out. Then, do you know what I mean? So there's only one way from there. But yeah, I think that's the best way I can explain it, mate. Yeah, to be fair.
And so obviously you're Cage Warriors champion now, Cage Warriors bantamweight champion. A win here in your hometown, big show. What's next for you?
Just get the job done. I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna get the job done. I'm gonna look good doing it. And then I don't see who they're gonna put up against me then, because there's not really anyone too deserving. They put this guy with me because he's on a good streak over his last 10 fights. He's lost a couple, but he's won about 8 or 9. And everyone else is like lower down. They've had a few losses here and there. They've not looked great. So if I go out and destroy this guy, and I've just beat the other 2 top guys, the UFC can't be far off then, and that's where I want to be going. I want to go and fight the biggest fights, the best fighters. That's what I'm about. I want to go and fight the best fighters that will possibly ever fight me and see how good I am, because I think I'll do well. So I'm going to go and put myself out there.
Yeah, no, I don't doubt it at this point, Jack. I mean, what guys in the UFC do you sort of do you look up to at the moment, or
I don't look up to any of them, especially in my weight classes. None of them that I look up to. Like, I think I could beat them all. Like, the best guy in my weight class is like Dominic Cruz, in my opinion, someone like him. But like the guys who are like in the next, say, 3 years who I'll be fighting if I'm in the UFC, I don't look up to any of them guys. Obviously, there's the top guys like John Jones and everyone like that who are like unbelievable fighters. But no, none of the guys in my weight class. Obviously, the British guys, the good fighters. Nathaniel Wood, he's a very good fighter. Jack Shaw, he's a very good fighter. But I like my chances, like I said. I like my chances if you put me in there. So, yeah.
No, it's good to hear you're confident, buddy. Good to hear you're confident. One thing I'd be wanting to ask you as well, a lot of people, when I told them that I was going to be doing this interview, they told me to ask it. It's a bit of a personal question, so if you don't want to answer it, tell me to piss off. The Jack Cartwright hairstyle.
The hairstyle, yeah.
It seems to have divided the MMA nation. Some people love it, some people hate it. What inspired this hairstyle? What's your take on the whole situation?
I've always had it. I don't even think about it. I can't remember why I first had it. I think when I was born, it was just a little bit more than the rest of my hair. And then as I grew older, I've just never had it once. I've never like cut it off completely. So I've always just had it. And everyone always goes, "Oh, it must be a religion. It's this, it's that, blah blah blah." There's literally nothing behind it. I'm just that guy who has the bald head with the rat tail. That's the way I've always been. I've always just had it. I've never known anything without it, so I just keep it there. Yeah. Literally. That's probably make it more annoying for you. Probably make it more annoying. There's not an actual reason that I've got it.
No, I think that's a bit of an exclusive. You know why the Cage Warriors champion got the rat tail. A lot of people. Yeah. Do you get a lot of comments about it?
What, like online or just in general?
Just
online, yeah. Online, yeah. People give me shit about that. People are constantly commenting something, asking me to go and twat my barber or something like that. That's what they're asking on me. But in life, nah. Everybody like, obviously it's not common, so most people recognize it straight away. Do you know what I mean? But everyone who knows me, I don't think they even recognize it until they see it on TV, and then they think, oh yeah, it does look a bit weird, doesn't it? But yeah, it doesn't really bother me. It's just yeah, it's normal to me.
No, fair play. I'm glad we got that one. I didn't know if you would answer, and I was worried there's gonna be some like elaborate reason behind it, but glad.
No, there's not. And that's not like Samson. It's not like Samson and his strength and that.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's that. Jack, big fight coming up, March 7th. What's your prediction for this fight against Billet? How do you see it ending?
If he doesn't run, I'll get him in 1. There you go. That's it.
Knockout, submission.
I think he's got a bit of grit in him. So I'll hit him with a clean shot, and I think that he'll like stand on his feet and try and fight back, because I think he's got a bit of bottle about him, like the last kid. I thought. Yeah. I think he'll probably try. He might try to take them, but then when he feels my sprawl, unless I catch him with something straight away, like a choke or whatever, take his back, whatever I might do. I think we'll stand back up, and then I'll clip him with a shot when he comes back in.
Yeah.
That should be it. That should be enough.
Yeah. And is there any message you want to give to sort of people, fans, friends, even your opponent? Any message you want to give before we end the interview?
Just come and watch the fights. Enjoy the fights. We've got loads of top fighters on there. So just come down and support the fighters, and I'll give you an exciting fight. Yeah, I'll put everything on the line, and I'll put on a very exciting fight. It won't be boring, I'll tell you that much. So come down and support everybody on March the 7th.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, Jack, you gave me 10 minutes. We're on 10 minutes and 20 seconds now, so I really appreciate the time during the middle of the training session, buddy. And all the best for the fight. And
nice one, mate. Thanks a lot. No worries.
Jack,
nice one, buddy.
Thank you.
See you soon, mate.